that time last night. I bet you was in London, and he said, "Oh, I'll see you in the morning."
Who, me?
Yeah, I thought.
You think I was in London?
Oh, I thought.
Why?
Because I couldn't see your car. I was checking.
Where was it? Where was the car
You know
yesterday?
when he sometimes slips up and he's not.
Oh, and yeah, I step out late. I'm tired. I said to him yesterday, you know what? I slept like 3 times yesterday. I was wounded. Yeah. Nah, where was the car yesterday?
No, it was there, but last
You
night,
couldn't see it?
I couldn't see his car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he went, "Oh, I'll come in a bit later," and I thought,
Nah.
I thought he's probably in London. Isn't he?
Nah. I was mashed up yesterday, you know. I was wounded.
Mate, you're more than once from nearly first.
Sometimes I'm in the changing rooms and I can just hear someone grunting, and I come out and guess who it is on the bag? Big Josh, you know, being put through his paces. But again, for us, it's to see what it takes to be a champion. So when we're there, we know what we have to do.
Good, simple. Left hook high. Uppercut hook high. Right hand. Right hand. Right hand. That's the shot. See? If he comes in there, that's it over. You see what I mean? You don't have to do that or come out. Just boom, drop the chin.
Defend and move the legs when you defend. Smooth, balance, calm, upper body, feet. Don't look for nothing. That's good. Don't look for nothing. Now step around him. Upper body. Keep a rhythm now. Keep a rhythm. Don't wait on him. Now you're waiting on him, mate. How do you feel?
Good.
Just be a bit sharper, mate. You're waiting on him again. You're letting him attack you and then you're trying to get away.
What happens when Anthony Joshua joins forces with the very man who beat him twice? As both prepare for another high-stakes heavyweight challenge, Usyk has stepped into a guiding role as Joshua returns to camp for the Prenga fight, with a clear mission of helping him chase undisputed glory in the coming days. Coming straight from camp are some entertaining moments as Usyk, in his usual playful style, pushes Joshua to keep running and working harder on the machine.
We're now not here with you. We're now in Miami Beach. You know, we drink. You like coconut? Yes, you like. We drink cold coconut with ice and music. Ready? Yeah. No long step. Long, yeah.
The hard work is evident and Joshua appears more refined as he benefits from the technical knowledge and conditioning methods that Usyk has mastered throughout his career. With a dedicated team around him and Usyk guiding the process, Joshua is sharpening his technique and pushing his skills to a new level through relentless dedication.
Yeah. No. Yes. Maybe, yeah. So.
Speaking of preparations, Joshua reveals that the competitive spirit inside camp never switches off. Even in routine training sessions, both men constantly push each other to do more and find another gear, Rather than being driven by ego, the environment is built around growth and improvement. For Joshua, spending time around Usyk has offered a close look at the habits of a fighter who conquered cruiserweight, dominated as an amateur, and reached the top of the heavyweight division.
Now going to train with him, there's still friendly competition in the gym. He might do, when he's skipping, longer than me, and next time I'm thinking I'm trying to outdo him, or he might run, or I might run longer than him. It's just always, it's not about ego. It's just our nature, just being competitive. And as a competitor, I wanted to improve, and I had an opportunity to go to his house and see what's going on and his environment, and I took it upon myself to take myself there, because he has been the best, not only in the heavyweight division, he was the best cruiserweight, one of the best amateurs.
At the same time, Joshua makes it clear that his goal is not to become a copy of Usyk. While he has picked up valuable lessons and discovered clues behind Usyk's remarkable success, he understands is that every champion must forge their own path. Instead of replicating what works for Usyk, Joshua is focused on adapting those ideas to fit his own style and strengths. Judging by his reflections, the experience has already become an important part of his ongoing evolution.
He has been the best, not only in the heavyweight division, he was the best cruiserweight, one of the best amateurs. So starting to understand how he managed to achieve all these things. I can see some clues, definitely, but also there's only one Anthony Joshua, and I've got to make it my own. I can't turn southpaw. I can't do the things that he done, but I can see the things that he done and make it Anthony Joshua's. And I think it's been good, man. It's been really, really.
What makes this partnership even more fascinating is Joshua's honesty about where things stand between them. Rather than letting pride get in the way, he openly acknowledges Usyk's achievements and accepts the reality of their past results. Joshua explains that there was never any personal dislike involved, only competition between two elite fighters. Once those battles were behind him, he saw an opportunity to learn, improve, and channel that competitive mindset into something productive inside the gym.
He beat me twice. He beat me twice, didn't it?
Yes.
I'll be stupid to say that I'm better than him. I could definitely win a fight in the future, but for now he's better than me. I gotta give him his credit.
What made you decide to put that humility first and get in the gym with a guy who beat you twice and be willing to allow him to train you and show you his way?
Like with our sport, it's I don't dislike Usyk, but we just compete with each other, and I'm a very competitive.
From there, Joshua describes an atmosphere built on mutual respect and relentless work. He explains that they are not constantly trying to outdo each other during every session, yet the energy naturally pushes both men forward. Simply sharing the same environment creates motivation. Watching another elite athlete train at the highest level encourages everyone around him to raise their standards.
So once that got put aside, let's go and put our energy into training and helping each other in the gym, really. So even just being like, we don't, for example, he's not hitting the bag, I'm hitting the bag, he's hitting the bag, I'm hitting the bag, but just being in the environment, two hard-working guys that are highly competitive, you feed off the energy, basically. So we're not competing, but we're just putting our energy into the gym and supporting each other that way.
But while Joshua continues his preparations, discussion around his future remains just as active. Experts suggest that the entire roadmap is ultimately leading toward a blockbuster clash with Tyson Fury. However, they also acknowledge the danger that comes with looking too far ahead. Heavyweight boxing has repeatedly shown that expected mega fights can quickly unravel if a fighter stumbles in a supposed stepping stone bout before reaching the final destination.
Well, you say that this fight is all about Fury, as in the fight that's meant to be end of the year, AJ Fury, which is what everyone wants. That is the fight that we're sort of building up to. Mm-hmm. Is there a danger in that? We've seen it before, especially in heavyweights, where a certain fight is built up towards, and then it doesn't go to plan in the build-up, in the easy warm-up fights. Is there a chance that could happen? Is that a risk?
So the comparison would be when AJ got done by little Andy Ruiz, but I thought that was, if you really look into that was disastrous matchmaking, because he had been training and preparing for Jarrell Miller.
Yeah.
Who's 25 stone, big fat drug cheat, stands in front of you. And
looking back at Joshua's upset loss to Andy Ruiz Jr., Experts suggest that situation was very different from a traditional warm-up fight gone wrong. They argue the real issue was the dramatic change in opponent styles after Jarrell Miller was removed from the event. Joshua had prepared for one type of challenge, but was suddenly faced with a much faster and more explosive replacement. Because of that, they believe the current assignment presents a far more controlled and suitable path forward.
And got 1,000 punches.
And now has a
Now he got away.
got the TK as well.
And once he got popped, they stuck him in with a 5'11" Mexican who was fast hands, very good
fighter.
And he got robbed. He'd had a really good camp previously, so that was just a bad idea. I get that.
Interview 11. Meanwhile, Vidal Riley offers another perspective on the discussion, and he points out that the Ruiz fight was never intended as a warm-up bout and became a unique situation due to late changes behind the scenes. Riley believes people often forget how many years the Joshua and Fury matchup has been discussed without materializing. This time, however, he senses genuine momentum. In his view, the long-awaited showdown is finally within reach, and there is a strong chance boxing fans could see it happen before the year ends.
Warm-up opponent for Thompson.
Because the thing is, Andrew Ruiz, that fight wasn't a warm-up fight. That was just a
fight, yeah.
He was cheating.
But the Wilder deal was supposed to be done.
Oh, yeah, but then see, these guys, they've been around so long, and the fight hasn't happened that you forget what the warm-up fight, the fights were to warm up to. But I think we're finally gonna get it. I think now, we're gonna get it. This year we'll get Fury, AJ this year. Putting it out there.
Analyst Adri Oladipo suggests Kristian Prenga should not be underestimated going into this heavyweight clash. He describes him as a big, powerful opponent who carries real knockout strength despite operating at a lower level of competition. While acknowledging the quality of Joshua, Oladipo warns that any fighter in the 250 to 260 pounds range can change a fight with a single clean shot.
Kristian Prenga shouldn't offer any problems. He's a big lump, as they all are in the heavyweight division. I'm guessing he's around 250, 260. Although everyone he's knocked out is at a very, very low level, knockout power is knockout power. Some people will go points for some of the guys that he's put to sleep. So he clearly has power. And look, I've always said, I think if a 260-pound guy hits you clean on the chin, your legs will wobble and you could go down. So AJ has to be...
Oladipo further adds that Prenga has been chosen with a clear purpose, expected to provide Joshua a short, sharp test lasting a few rounds before moving toward a potential Tyson Fury showdown. He also highlights comments from Prenga's camp where his manager insisted this is not a stepping stone moment and warned against underestimating the challenge. The message was clear. They believe Prenga can compete, and they do not want him viewed as just another easy win on Joshua's path forward.
And they picked Prenga for a reason. To give AJ 3 or 4 rounds, AJ knocks him out, we move on to Tyson Fury. Prenga's manager was like, look, I respect you, Eddie, I respect what you've done in the game, but you've made a big mistake. I liked it. I don't want these guys just to walk over here and think they won the lottery ticket. Think you can win.
Being outspoken and blunt from the pre-fight conference, Keith Sullivan, the manager of Kristian Prenga, has delivered a strong update from camp as Joshua prepares under Usyk's guidance. He insists Prenga is not only confident, but also carries serious one-punch power with no fear heading into the biggest fight of his career. Sullivan reveals that even top sparring partners have been surprised and in some cases forced to acknowledge his strength. He predicts this will not go deep, claiming Prenga's early pressure and planned aggression could disrupt Joshua and take control before the later rounds ever arrive.
KP, Kristian Prenga, understands the odds against him. He understands the doubt that's been placed on him. But he has absolutely no fear, tremendous confidence that he can win this fight. Kristian is a very heavy-handed puncher. I've brought in some of the top sparring partners that we've been able to get our hands on. They have called me up and been amazed at how heavy-handed and what a hard puncher he is and how much of a beating they've been taking in sparring. So we don't need 12 rounds. We don't need 1,000 punches. We just need 1 or 2 good punches on AJ's jaw to get him uncomfortable. We've seen it time and time again. When he gets hit in the right spot, he gets out of his comfort zone and loses control. And once we get him to that place...
Brushing aside doubts about Kristian Prenga's record and experience, Keith Sullivan argues the criticism misses the bigger picture. He offers another perspective, questioning that if Prenga truly was not at the level to trouble Joshua, Then why would Joshua's team accept the fight in the first place in his view? That decision alone highlights Prenga's threat and adds pressure on Joshua's camp. Sullivan also believes this matchup was chosen as the right kind of warm-up test. He reminds everyone that the heavyweight division has always been unpredictable, where one punch can change everything.
It's a really risky fight for Anthony Joshua, and let's look at it from the other perspective. If KP is all the stuff that these naysayers say that he is, and he doesn't have a good record, and he doesn't have the skill, talent, or whatever, why on earth did Anthony Joshua's team present the fighter such as KP to him? What does that say about his team and their doubt and their uncertainties and insecurities about where Anthony Joshua is right now in his career? That speaks more volumes than anything else. And I'm confident that KP can win this fight.
Heavyweight boxing never follows the script, and every opinion in this story pulls the fight in a different direction. From camp confidence to warning signs, everything now leads to one question. What really happens when Joshua steps through those ropes against Prenga? If you want the full breakdown as the story develops, stay locked in, like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments, because this debate is only getting started.